While some prefer a more traditional departure, others request groundbreaking technologies to dispose of their body. Humans have always either buried or burned their dead. Now, some are attempting to bring a game-changing technology in an industry that doesn't like change. This option was what Harold Schimp's family was looking for.
My dad did not want to be buried. You know, he didn't want to be put in a box, and that's not what he wanted. We talked to the social worker through hospice, and he explained all our options, you know, burial, cremation, that type of thing. And then he told us about this process called alkaline hydrolysis. He said it was essentially a green process, which is something that my wife and we care about.
We've been composting and recycling for years. His dad was part of that whole process with us at home. It just seemed natural. It just seemed like a good fit.
The process is called alkaline hydrolysis. The body is placed in a stainless steel cylinder. The high-temperature technique uses a mixture of water, lye, 60 pounds of pressure per square inch at up to 305 degrees Fahrenheit. It takes 5 to 8 hours to dissolve the body. The end result is a green-brown tinted liquid that has the consistency of coffee and also includes soft, nutrient-rich bone remains. The liquid is disposed of either through the sanitary sewer system or can be used in a garden or green space.
As far as what happens to a body during the alkaline hydrolysis process, it's an accelerated version of natural decomposition. What Mother Nature takes months or years to accomplish, we're accomplishing in a matter of hours. It's a very natural process, aided by, heat and a higher pH.
There's something about this particular idea that tends to give people the EBGBs. To think of your body reduced to a cup of green fluid, but I think it really is the future in many ways, because the quicker, the easiest, and the most environmentally friendly way you can dispose of your body is going to be foremost on the minds of many people.
Not everyone is enthusiastic about the new method. The state of Ohio has gone so far as to issue a statement claiming that the process would be put on hold until further review, because they believe there are insufficient regulations in place at this point.
I found out we were some of the last ones to use the service because I read it in the newspaper.
It took us a little aback because we knew there were some issues, but we didn't really know the depth of it. We don't know much about all that.
The fact that the state of Ohio stopped issuing permits kind of caught me by surprise. There's no law in Ohio that specifically allows alkaline hydrolysis as a method of disposition. The law is not written such that for you to do anything, it must first be specifically allowed.
I really don't have an issue with it. I don't see why it's so much different than cremation. I don't see why it's different than burial. It's just another way to dispose the body.
The guy who's making the laws in the legislature is no different than your grandmother. He or she is thinking liquefaction of human remains, and they go, ew, that can't be good because it's gross. Well, the same could be said of brain surgery or hot dogs.
Regardless of Ohio's reasons for refusing alkaline hydrolysis at this time, other states have started legalizing the method. Alkaline hydrolysis is on track to becoming an alternative to cremation in California and has been legalized in Florida, and companies are poised to soon start offering the service. Some satisfied customers are still waiting for the state of Ohio to change its mind.
I would choose the process myself. Try to minimize the stuff that we're putting back into the environment, because I think it's just an important thing to do.
I've already told my husband that when we do our wills, which we need to do, that I want that in there. That a process like this is exactly what would be right for me.
Next, some wills bequeath pets extraordinary items, giving